This morning I got up around 5:30 and I turned over hoping that I could get another few minutes of sleep before I got up to use the bathroom and pray. But when I got up, I specifically heard the words condemned building. So I opened up my phone and put it in the notes section because sometimes if I don't put it in there, I'll forget it throughout the course of my day once I start doing stuff. It's just like, have you ever had a dream and you know the dream is impactful or meaningful, but when you start trying to remember it, you're like, what was that dream I had again? I know it was something, but what was it? So I was like, nah, devil, you're not going to get me this morning. I'm going to write it in my notes pad on my phone. So that's what I did, and I'm glad I did because actually when I came back from the bathroom, I did just that. I said, what was it? What was those words that the Lord had said this morning? So I'm glad I wrote it in my notepad. Okay. So, of course, I know what a condemned building is, but I still want to look up the definition and see what Google said it was. So I looked up the definition of a condemned building, and it said no longer acceptable. It is not fit for a person to live in, and you're not allowed to live in it or work in a condemned building. And the only way you're able to reoccupy the home is if all the violations have been fixed. If you're not able to fix the violations, you have to move out permanently and immediately. So I started meditating on condemned building and getting real still so that I could hear what the Lord was saying about it. When you have self-doubt and you start agreeing with negative thoughts about yourself, like I'm not as good as them because when I did it, I didn't get the same result. Or people won't like me if I start setting boundaries and changing and becoming the woman that I'm supposed to be. Or even I didn't start my business because no one is going to support me anyway. You are condemning your own building. When you start agreeing with negative thoughts about yourself, you're admitting that you have failed to do something or be something you know you should be, and now you're condemning your own self. You're tearing down your own confidence because of self-doubt. Self-doubt grips you with fear or makes you stand still or never move to do something that you know you should be doing. When I was a little girl, I remember the first time I ever got glasses, I was so excited about these glasses. They were like the rectangle frames. They had like a caramel brown lining in the frame, and they just went with my skin tone so good. I kept looking in the mirror all night. But then I started thinking, what if when I wear them to school tomorrow for the very first time, what if people pick on me and call me Four Eyes? And what if they don't think my glasses are cute at all? You see how those negative thoughts start even at an early age? But even then, I spoke back to those thoughts and said, who cares what they think if I like them? So I went to school the next day and you couldn't tell me nothing with my new little frames. Whenever those self-condemning thoughts and voices begin to speak to you, don't agree with them, but instead shut them up with prayer. If you don't, then those same self-condemning thoughts will drive you out of your own house permanently, and you won't be able to live there. There is therefore now no condemnation to them who are in Christ Jesus. So seek his approval and only agree with what he has said about you.